Hello and daily welcome, wholesome people of Monkey Man's Jungle League and all of EU4. My name is Sword Developers and I'm here for you as always. We do the podcast for the EU4 session. We are currently playing the Wednesday game on 128.3 because 1.29 is a par experience playing EU4 multiplayer. And yeah, we're currently in the third session and we're entering the second half of the 16th century. So it's shaping up to be slowly but surely becoming an interesting, fun game experience. So as we can see the Hunyadi guy in the background loading history files. What can we tell about the game? We have a super big and strong France. Europe overall has a kind of odd balance overall from my experience. India is already distributed between all the major powers that would and could stay in India. China belongs to the north, no. China usually belongs to Qing, played by Turkeys, and we will check out the safe in next to no time. Because EU4 has finally decided that it's loading up. I really don't know how this game takes so fucking long every time it launches. It's abysmal in my eyes. Like, this game would be 10 times cooler if you could boot it up faster. Like, my PC shouldn't be a problem, and I'm using a solid state drive as well, so that shouldn't be a problem. So, I'm not going to take a look at Oda because it was AI played, but the country will 99% die to Qing. Anyways, someone sent me a wholesome message. Ooh, very wholesome message of Monkey Man. So, we're playing, starting with Qing. Qing is being played by our most wholesome friend, Serkis. His vessel is Ning, which will add, like, this state, like the Zhejiang, or however it's spelled, state, is insane. Like, overall, he has one of the best areas in the entire game to develop. Like, it's so insane. Considering his only real big problem is culture conversion. And he's already trying to fix that in many places. I can see him becoming insanely strong in mid-17th century. I'm currently having a garbage ruler 331, but at least he's strict. Learned something from Monkey Man. And a 316 air. Pretty supportive, running triple free advisors. I don't know why you're not going higher, but considering your income is support to be nice, it's alright. You have 2 gold mines, Barguzin in Buryata and Hanyang in southern China, Hunan. That's a lot of your economy. I don't really know why you're getting 1 ducats in subsidies from Ireland, but it's not laughing like it's relevant. I guess you're also going for the event for, how it's called again, Radical Decisions, like for 200 admin and 200 tip. Otherwise, pretty good, even though your middle stat is pretty shitty. You're behind 1 in each tech. But you developed the institution printing press, which is kind of odd, considering you already have Mons doing it and like Mughals are also getting it. Idea-wise, you're at 21 ideas, like pretty much everyone in the game at the moment. I don't think anyone is at admin 14 at the current moment. Yeah, no one is. This is pretty much exactly what I think it should look like. 1,650 manpower recovery, which is rather subpar at the moment. We should add the manpower map mode here as well. That's a podcast button for now. You have not really developed that much overall, which is also due to the lack of mana, and I think overall you should slowly but surely start with recruiting some banners if your economy is able to do it. Like, your religion is by far the worst religion in the fucking game. Like, if I were you, I would try to get Shinto ASAP. Like, I think it's a big misplay that you're not trying to get Shinto rebels here. Like, Confucian is such a garbage religion in EU formula that you should just try to avoid it whenever you can. Shinto is pretty good, it's a hard religion to play, but I think Shinto is the most underrated religion in the entire game alongside Reformed. And yeah, you should go for this religion instead. So, let's take a look at the building situation, culture conversion wise. Yeah, that's pretty much a no-brainer what you should do. Like, in your case, I would even think about going for religious ideas over innovative, considering that I think religious fourth is the most underrated idea that you can currently do, and get better for culture conversions as you're saving 25% each. And also, you're probably trying to convert away from, how is it called again? Confucianism. But well, to each their own. You can still have plenty of good workshops, even though you've built some of them, or pretty much the AI built them for you. Temples, nothing major to be seen. Pretty much no barracks, and I guess no regimental camps as well. That's a bit support. Yeah. Some marketplaces, manufactories are kind of rare in Qing, but yeah, it's pretty much what I expected it to be. The problem it had a rough session, and it has to be taken into note that Manchurian ideas are, I wouldn't say they're bad. Like, you're getting 2 leader shock pips, you're getting 20% manpower recovery speed and 10% manpower modifier. Like, the 8 banners is something, like, I consider this idea utter fucking garbage, because why the fuck should you get possible Manchu banners as Manchu? Like, this increase is so bad. I think it's such an odd game design choice. For next to no reason. Like, if you're a Manchu primary culture, why not for Manchu anyways? Tech cost is pretty nice, but overall your idea suggests to sucks balls at one point. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Qing. So the next country we're going to take a look at is the country played by our favorite Polishman, Gassior, the Mughal Empire. Akbar the first of the House of Timurids, currently going for it. As you can see, he's engaging into Shangji, and that is with quite a lot of troops actually. He has 52 income. He's currently running 211 advisors, which is pretty much nothing at this point in the game. His economy is really bad. Like Bashgrid, I think it collapsed twice this session, if I remember correctly. And yeah, what should I say about the country in general? Like, I don't really know how this country can get to a point where it becomes relevant. Like, Mughal ideas overall are utter garbage at one point in the game. Like, you have 5% tech cost, 5% discipline, you have 10% idea cost. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Like, it's a garbage set overall in my eyes. Like, the reforms you're getting, which is the Divan, the Mansab system, and the Tsabt system, are okay. Like, considering you have the culture assimilation one, which is like good, but you're not even uniting one culture group, and not a single one of them outside of East Slavic and Caucasian is even good. So it hurts you so much. Like, also, why are you Orthodox? Like, if you're Indian culture, tech group, there's no reason to go Orthodox. Like, Orthodox is the best religion in the game. Don't get me wrong, but it's usually just a support choice if you are playing as an Indian tech nation. Hinduism is way stronger. Like, you could even argue about going Sikh, which is a bad choice because of estates, because estates as Sikh are utter horror. But Hindu is just the best choice by far. You're currently getting next to no subsidies. You're getting the institution from Sweden. Don't know why Sweden is giving it to you instead of the Timurids, but no one's understanding Speedum or Sunni strats for 5% morale instead of 50% mercs anyways. You have pretty much a useless idea tree, mission tree. Your manpower recovery is at 884, which is really bad. Pretty much now build up is not good anyways. Like, I think the country is just doomed to die at one point. It's irrelevant. You can still pack a punch considering it has 125 force limit. It's not a pushover for any of the nations around, but it's not like it would win any war. Like, it will just lose any war that's going to happen. Pretty interesting for the Timurids or even Bengal could be this Kashgaria state. Considering Kashgaria is one of the better states in that area. It has insanely good defensive value with Kashgar and Jashiku. But you also have the provinces of Marabalaxi and Jharkhand, which are pretty nice to develop. Like, even though this is a mountain, it's still better than some other garbage. But like, this is an arid. There's not like one arid province. Can make a pretty nice fort. Like, you can make a good border here, but you also can do it via Nagari and Parang. So it is what it is. Ooh, no concurrent viewer. Puppy hands. So, next nation I'm going to take a look at is the Timurid Empire, played by Kaiser Friedrich. 13, 12, 13 on tech, so tech is looking alright besides dip. Well, the income crashed and burned is a nice thing to say about the nation, I guess. If we take a look at it, he developed some parts of it already pretty nicely. More or less the cheaper parts, and kind of odd choices with not developing other parts. But for example, currently I don't really get the overall spread of development. He's still Uzbek primary culture. I guess he's triggered when I'm saying to him that it's a choice that is rather subpar and it's just an early game misplay that's hurting him nowadays. 52 gain is pretty decent. Quantity, quality pretty much standard. Let's take a look at the build-up situation. Yeah, pretty much no build-up. I don't know where you're saving 2,700 ducats. Pretty much for growing economy, I guess, but if I were you, I would just pop it at the current moment and spam it down. Like, that's 7 manufactories straight up, which would be way over 5 income for you. Like, it's so much better if you do it like that. Also, you had some problems with Sindh and stuff jumping out. At least you will integrate Multan. It should give you some good states over here. And for example, the Multan state itself is pretty nutty. Lahore state is also pretty nice to have. And I would even argue that Sirhind as a state, or up the Doab later on, is pretty decent. Also, you can still get Iraq. Like, I don't fucking get what the QQ player actually did, but yeah, he did some interesting stuff to say the least. Overall, 1,269 manpower recovery, 132. Like, his nation is really weak at the current moment compared to where it should be, even though the last session was really rough. I also disagree with converting to Orthodox. I think it's such a big trap for a lot of players nowadays, that players are just seeing that Orthodox is the best religion in the game, and people are like, I need to be Orthodox. But I think it was really subpar for the Timurids themselves, because the Timurids could have easily asked the Rum to just allow them the formation of the Mamluks, and then just switch out of this utter garbage nation. Like it's not an utter garbage nation, to be fair. Like, it has still domestic trade power is pretty nice, discipline is pretty nice, shock pip morale. Like, overall the ideas are far above average, but how should I say, like, it's way better to form the Mamluks, to get the Mamluk government, which is simply an updated Ikta with way, like, that's a bit worse, to be fair, but you have so much better choices. Like, I don't know what your plan is. I thought it was going to Nepal, but then you could go Nepal into Persia, but at the current moment is really, really odd. Like, Ram could beat you. Like, I could even see a world where you're losing to Mughals with some outside help. So that's pretty much it for the Timurid Empire. But you have some mana stored up, but you're probably not getting a death cycle. So Bamanis is played by our most wholesome Dutchman, Crediax. Any cool beers and shit. 180 total income, which is pretty good. That's better than Bengal, so he's the richer of the two. Making 90 ducats a month, 118 command power in storage, while having 135k maximum manpower. That's kind of low, but that's also correlated to the fact that Bamani ideas are hot trash. You can still get some pretty nutty thingies. Like the Enterprise of India one is coming in pretty handy. Tech-wise, you're a bit behind, but you can easily catch up once you embrace the institution, which is not that far away at the current moment, considering how much income you make. ASAP built this workshop in Governabad. Sira temples, also no-brainer for me. And man, look at that. Once you're hitting the higher techs, this is nutty as fuck. Like, the nation is looking in a really nice spot, reform-wise. Also, 9-Kara system, Polygars, permanent Marathas Council, which is insanely nice for him. If you take a look at this map, where's Mandsaur? Mandsaur's converting to Rajasthani. And now we are seeing that you're slowly converting to Rajasthani primary. Guess what, the Rajputana formation? Rajputana is a pretty good formation for Bamanis. I think Rajputana is actually the best way to play Bamanis. Like, Bamanis as an idea set is utter garbage, and you should try to switch out ASAP. I disagree with the solution posed by Purple Porcupine that said that you could form Nagpur in between, because I still think Nagpur is still a horrible tag. And Rajputana is a tech you can stay on until you form Deccan, which is slightly better. No air currently, but you're currently running Surya. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the Manis. I think expansion-wise it's slowly coming to an end. But you still have plenty of provinces. Like, you have 120 provinces, you can still dev. And then you can decide what to do. Like, you still get this part, probably. Parts of this, parts of this. Like, your nation is looking alright. No reason to be scared anytime soon. So, Bengal. Bengal 656. Let me take a look at the ruler history. Where is it again? This one is a 445. Got a 6 later on. Then he had this support ruler for 20 years. And then since 1521, having pretty god tier rulers is pretty nutty, not gonna lie. Dynasty Ganesha is actually a pretty interesting UFO. As you can see here, unification of Nepal is doable. Divided Dragon already done. Expansion wise is looking really nice. If you take a look at the diplomatic map mode, Ayutthaya is his, so pretty much all of this belongs to him. Considering he has already 155 provinces with 566 manpower to have, it will just get bigger, considering he will also easily integrate this into his nation. It's looking pretty strong at the current moment, way better than the last session overall. Manpower recovery with Eloy Rajputs is already at 2000. Okay. BRB. So I'm back. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, E4 commands. Let's check it out with Lloyd Rajputs. Yeah, gleich. Time to copy paste because it seems like I'm a dumb fuck, too dumb to do basic copy pasting. As you can see now, we will increase the speed for 1 month, and then this is already at 2064. Nobility estate would be significantly better. 201 force limit, also 20% stored. Here can instantly swap over to battle mode. It's probably the stronger of these nations, but it's not that much stronger compared to other countries in the area. So while we are waiting for the stream to continue, we're loading up EU4 again. Actually, Eddie holds some people in chat. Shit is pretty dead. That's pretty sad to be age. Only countries I still have to do is Rum, Kiev, Portugal, Spain, France, Florence, Hungary, Poland, Ruthenia, Sweden, and Ireland. Sadly, no discussion overall. So Rum, like I don't get these alliance blocks. Anyways, like 6 out of 4, just Pepega. Anyways, like I don't get tons of things. You're currently already having trade companies here, expanding here. Don't know what the split is. 3,000, about 3,000 actually. Manpower recovery, which also correlates to the fact that you have nobility and Rum traditions. Yeah, really nice income, 92 production, pretty sick. Mostly built up on manufactories. Overall looking really nice. You can still build some good temples. Like, I don't get why so many people are avoiding good temples. His country does not even have to go bankrupt in this war. Like, I don't know what he's going to take this war. It's an interesting fort setup. TBH. So Bessarabia was just conquered. Still have manpower left. You have 218k force in field right now. Sporting 143 provinces. Overall, the country is looking good. Certainly the second best country in the game at the moment. Hungary. I don't really know how this is going to shake up. It seems like Venice is more like Gones. Yeah, pretty standard build, 143 income, looking decent. Build up wise, yikes. Like, I don't know why every Hungary player that is always playing Hungary is always so behind. It's time for Abman to sit me on Hungary. It's not like I want to play this nation for ages now. No naval doctrine. Otherwise, good. Overall good. Also, strict ruler, pulling an Abman. Could go a bit higher on advisors. But yeah. Nation probably does not have a force to go bankrupt. Is Poland currently suffering an unwholesome gang? I would like. Russia's just dead, and it should act like it's dead. I currently don't see Poland winning both wars. Ukraine is having similar problems, like wow, Raphidian ideas, hot shit. It's pretty much Sourdom featuring 5% discipline. Also the nobility disaster. Yeah, it will certainly be interesting to see how this is shaping up. I just don't see these two winning, and I just think it's utter horror. Like the game is shaping up to be in power boxes. Like pretty much every game. You will have this box, then you will probably have this box. This box will probably die, then you have this box. This box. This box and this box. Maybe kind of interesting to see. I always said that I think dual meta will prevail at one point in the game. Sweden also pretty nutty, considering it has 5 additional morale. Great income. Hitting subsidized. The hell. Oda, its income. Scary country for sure. Here, these countries are certainly going to win the war. They no, you not even need for bankruptcy or something like that. I think it will be really interesting to see if Ireland is going to form Russia. Great trade income. No focus on the new world. Standard Ireland strat, pretty much. Still garbaging like monarchy reform. Feels bad, man. Yeah, nothing special, I guess. Just a really good looking country. France, by far the strongest country in the game. 656 ruler, they will sadly get replaced. 239 income, nearly fully built up. Like, there's not that much you can really improve about this country besides building and dabbing more efficiently in the next cycles. Like, the country overall is insanely well done. That's pretty much what I can say about the country. I think the income did not rise that much, considering he will conquer a lot of these. Will change though. Looking really good on tech, looking good on ideas, as expected. Hopefully we will see the Italy formation. I expect the country to be fully built up. You should try to secure his prosperity again if it's somewhat possible. This war's already won, so GG's. Kilva. I forgot about this country. Don't know what's going to happen with the Congo. War here is interesting. I just think he will do this. These will need to be parked. Already expanded here. Country's looking great. Gonna be interesting to see how it's going to shape up though. He also went with a focus on navally stuff, so currently beating Portugal. Portugal currently losing the war, even though new army is arriving, which will probably push Kilta back, making a lot of cash. Already doing bad Abman things. Shake my head, no Walrus podcast, Colonial Nation. Shake my head. Otherwise, it's certainly weaker on the naval side. Build up wise, not going to comment on that one. Like Abman knows it himself. He could and should think about building up way more and committing way more troops over here. Yeah, Spain is in a good spot on the mercy of France. 1,000 manpower recovery, Syria plague at the current moment. The country could have been developed a bit better. Bit low on the morale side. Surprising me actually. Yeah, it's a good country. The best country in the game currently is France. Second place is Rum. Third place is Bengal, due to the potential that it could beat Bamanis any moment once the Bengal formation hits. Fourth would be Bamanis, and fifth is pretty close. I would say Ireland, and then Ireland is actually fourth. Bamanis fifth. Sweden sixth, probably. That's it, guys. Pretty much. Thank you for the podcast, and see you.